So I want to know, what's the best thing you've ever found at a thrift store? Maybe some vintage clothing, a copy of Yahtzee, perhaps this puzzle of a cat and a pizza? Well, for me, it might have been this most recent find. Browsing the glass case near the register, you know, where they keep all the fancy stuff under lock and key, and I saw a particular ring that caught my eye. An old, unassuming ring that didn't even have a center stone. The first thing I wanted to do was verify the metal on the ring. To do this, you'll want to check the inside of the shank for a quality stamp. This might be kind of hard to see sometimes, though not for me because I'm basically an X-Man, but in this case it was a very clear 14 karat stamp. Priced at $135, the thrift store definitely knew what they had, but I imagine this ring wouldn't be appealing to most people in its current stoneless state. Luckily for me, however, I'm just the person who can give this ring a second life.
Got it.
Back at the shop, I could see another stamp inside the ring, 0.49. This can be interpreted to mean the carat size of the stone that used to be in the ring. When in doubt, you can also use some calipers to measure the size of the gap between the prongs. I imagine the original diamond was pulled out either to sell or more likely be restyled into a new, more modern piece of jewelry. Speaking of, I recently opened a restyle application section on my website for people looking to repurpose their old jewelry. Each month I'll be choosing 1 to 2 restyle projects to collaborate with people on, so for your chance to potentially work with me on a project like this, head over to my website. Link is in the description below. For the longtime viewers of my channel, you'll know that I'm a huge fan of lab-grown diamonds. They are 100% chemically and visually identical to natural diamonds, but at a fraction of the price. For this project, I'll be adding a beautiful half-carat, colorless lab-grown diamond with VS2 clarity. But before I set the new stone into the ring, there's an important step to do. This sort of vintage ring design is called an illusion head, which basically means that the metal sticks out past the circumference of the diamond. Thus, when viewing the ring from a bit further away, it gives the illusion of a larger diamond, a larger center stone. It's not a trick, Michael.
It's my illusion.
In that case, the first thing I'll want to do is pre-polish the metal beneath where the stone will go, thus adding to this illusion. This polishing brush will do the trick. You can already see just how much better that looks. Even though I'm using roughly the same size stone as the original, I'll prep the seats a bit by using a tungsten carbide ball burr, followed by a setting burr, which will allow me to drop the new stone down easily into the ring. After getting into it, I can see that the white gold tips that were holding down the original diamond are fairly worn down. So I'm going to give this ring some fresh longevity by adding 14 karat white gold tips on top of the stone. Diamonds do a really good job at handling the heat from a torch, so as long as you don't go too crazy, everything will be just fine. Now that the tips have been built up, that new lab-grown diamond will be secure for years to come. So the ring restoration is basically done at this point, but I thought it'd be fun to leave my own mark on the ring, just to elevate it a bit. To do so, I'll be bead setting a small diamond on each side of the center stone down in the band. The final step of this restoration is to add a rhodium plating to the white gold ring. A very thin layer of rhodium is electroplated on the white gold. This is a common practice with white gold jewelry to give it an extra, even brighter appearance. And there we have it, a full restoration of a discarded thrift store engagement ring. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love how you can see so much of the diamond when looking through the ring on the side.
If you're interested in purchasing this ring, visit the link in the description and name your price. The winning bid will be selected in 1 week, August 9th, 2022.
If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I've been on a bit of a YouTube hiatus lately, and I'm really excited to get back into making videos again.